And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell are you at? Double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the...
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
I'll call you back later.
What do you think of that, Marty?
Well, you know, when I watched it the first time, I'd heard some people was talking about Rampage Jackson, who I was a big fan of. Rampage Jackson's son was getting in the ring and wrestling. So when it came on TMZ, I was like, yeah, let me see this, see how his son is. I was confused from the beginning when what's his name? Stu hit him with the beer can, or maybe gimmicked can of some type. It looked like it was a feeling out process where they were trying to feel each other out. Like, hey, how much are you into this or not into it? It looked like a feeling out process. That did. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but when he just picked the can up, I mean, it was like, well, okay, he didn't mean shit by that because how easy he hit him with it. And like some guy said, he had his hand, he might have hit his own hand, but it just was, if Raja didn't know that was coming and Raja is not smart to the business whatsoever, I mean, the look on his face was what I was feeling. It was just like, what the fuck was that? Where is that going? Does that mean this is what we're going to do in the match? Does that mean we're friends? Does that mean fuck you? I mean, I didn't get it. And I'm sure, obviously Raja didn't get it. But when you first see it, you don't know how much is that of work. Is that what they set up for them to do? Or did that just spontaneously? That's the way it went down. But in the ring, once he got in there and single leg slammed him, I think that knocked him out actually. Because his head did bounce off the floor. But the first few punches looked like if he was Ultimate Fighting, he's not throwing, good punches. But then as he kept going, then they started wow.
Wait, so Marty, are you trying to say that he was doing working punches at first?
I don't know. The first few, if those were his real deal, like what he would have done in MMA, if that was his deal, it was like, oh, dude, you got to work on your, power punching. But they got that way. That's the disturbing part. Is the more he punched, the more he started growing and hit more and more and more and more. Which that's not good. Because it's like you blacked out while you're drilling, beating the shit out of a guy. You could kill him.
When you saw the beer can incident, do you think that was real? Because I'm taking it on the premise that it was. That whole thing, his reaction was genuine. If I'm taking it on that premise, I'm asking you, why would they continue to do an in-ring thing when it's very clear that this kid doesn't get it? Why would you have continued the bit?
If I was Stu, I would just wanted to talk to him more like, hey, brother, this is how we do it. It seemed like Raja he wasn't comprehending. He wasn't, taking in what was happening. He wasn't, processing it. He was just like lost, like what,
Do you think you should go to jail, man?
I hate to say it, but probably. Because, it's a hard thing too. You think about it, it's pro wrestling, he got in there and got excited, and then reverted back to his MMA shit. Like started really drilling him. But even in MMA, when a guy's out, you stop.
You know what's really important? Really important. No, I got to interrupt here, Marty. You bring on good people. When you're on, people come in. Jimmy, our friend Emma is watching us. She's a total smoke show. So Emma, who we were talking about before the show. See, Marty, bringing hot girls to the show. I'm probably kind of digging that. More important than these two knuckleheads making
Emma, hey Emma.
Right.
Have we met Emma?
No, you have not. But I'll tell you, total smoke show. Total smoke show.
Nice.
Oh, really? Who was the lady? I think she had a show, there where I first met y'all. The lady, she had her show like right across the hallway right there. You remember that?
Who was that, Jimmy? Across the hallway.
My God, he's not talking about that disbarred person who had 8x10s, is he?
She was a lawyer who got disbarred. That's how.
I think y'all said that then. I thought maybe y'all were.
I heard her and Romano are buying a pizzeria out in Coney Island.
Well, that works.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, she was nice enough.
I hope he doesn't sweat on the cheese. Did you ever witness anything that severe during your career? You had a long career. There was a lot of shit that went down back in the day behind
like that.
Anything that anybody ever go into business for themselves? You ever witness anything like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like that, probably the most off the wall thing that I saw that I'm thinking of right now. We were wrestling in Lawrence, wherever University of Kansas is. The football team was there that night, and Kevin Kelly, Nailz, remember him?
Yeah.
He was in the ring and he took care of his match, and he did the posing and all that. The football team, like about 10, 12, 15 of them or so, we were sitting ringside, and I'm thinking it was the captain of the football team, big white guy, muscled up, tough guy, and they're all like telling him, Kevin is like posing at him, said, "Come on up here," but Kevin's kind of working it, but they all were telling the captain, they're like, "You can get him, you can get him, you get him." So he was under pressure from the football team yelling at him, "Go get him, you can get him." And, Kevin was tall. Yeah, there he is. He's tall and lanky. He's 6'5" and lanky, but he built up the muscles on that lanky body. But at this time, he had actually got into wrestling by going to Vern Gagne and telling me he wanted to start training for wrestling. And Vern says, "Well, who the hell are you?" And he says, "Well, my name is whatever his real name is. I forgot." But Vern said, "I don't know who you are. Go out and win a tough man contest, and then I'll train you." So Kevin went out and won 2 of them. He came back because Kevin's a legit bad boy. He came back and saw Vern, and he goes, "I did what you said." He goes, "What did I say?" He says, "I won. You told me to win a tough man," and whatever the certificate or what, he goes, "I won 2 of them." So Vern had to train him. And, y'all know this, I'm sure, but, Kevin, Vince McMahon is actually a tough motherfucker. Excuse my language. He's actually a tough mofo. And some people know that, some don't. Probably fans don't know that, but that's a bad boy himself. And, I guess at that position, you better learn martial arts, because you're going to piss a lot of people off and have to defend yourself sometimes. And if y'all remember, Kevin, or Nailz, as he was called then, he came to me. I was out in the ring with Sean going over some like, "Hey, what if we do this? Let's do that move. Let's do something new." And Kevin, knew us from AWA. He comes walking up. He goes, "Jannetty, here." And I'm over here, he goes, "Fucking Vince. I'm gonna fuck him up." I'm like, "What?" I didn't know if he was serious or what. I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" And this was in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's telling me, asking me. He goes, "You think I should fuck him up, Jannetty?" I'm like, "For what? Why?" And he goes, "I just had a damn match with Boss Man, You remember, because boss man being the police and being the cop that they shot that angle. But he said he goes, I was on the same fucking match. That's who I worked with. And he got double what I got paid. I want to go in there and tell him he owes me. He's taking food off my family's table. And he goes, so I just go in there and knock him out. And I was like, no, I don't think that's the way to do it, bro. I'm not sure how I don't want to be the one telling you how to do this. But, we're boys, and he trusted me. So I was like, Kevin, the best way is to sit and talk with him. There ain't nothing to talk about. He stole money from my family. And so I'm lost. So what do I tell him now? He's already made his mind up of how he feels. So I'm just like, that's not diplomatic way of doing it, but that's not the best way. I wouldn't do it that way. He goes, I don't know, Jannetty, you're usually right. But I think I'm just going to go knock his ass out. And I was like, well, Kevin, you might lose your job. You might not get wrestling anymore. And you might put you in jail. Oh, no, I got that figured out. What? You got what figured out? Going to jail? I didn't know what to think. It's Kevin, that walk he had was amazing, too. Just like a madman stomp walk. But that was sort of incorporated into his regular walk, He went with storming, stomping off to the back. And I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, John and I are coming back to the back. And the dressing rooms, there were two big dressing rooms. Babies on one side, heels on another. And then the hallways for if somebody didn't get in time and don't have a place to dress. But when Vince was there, because it was a TV taping, he's got one whole room. So now the boys are all packed, sardine in, just a dressing room and hallway. But you hear this, stop it, Kevin, stop it, Kevin. You can hear like several guys screaming. As we were walking by, I stopped. It has Vince like this and like around his throat, and is slowly taking him down to the ground by the chokehold thing, just taking him down. And Vince is like red and purple, and I'm thinking, well, damn, I thought Vince was a badass, but I mean, Kevin took him to the floor, and like Sergeant Slaughter, I forget who all was there, John Nord, several of the Minneapolis boys that knew him, from before they got in pro wrestling. They were trying to get, restrain him and get him off of Vince. And it's funny because I sat right there in disbelief, like, oh my God, he choked Vince out. Put your hand on Vince. Not just a choke out, it's just you put your hands on Vince. And so I remember like, where's this going? I mean, what is the world going to hear tomorrow happen here? But out comes Nailz, and I'm a little nervous now. Is he looking right at me? I'm like, does he go, did I do anything wrong? He walks right past me. He's, watch this, Jannetty. He picks up the payphone that's out in the hall there, calls the police, tells them they need to come down there to Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE. He's known for it, but he just fondled him. So Kevin was telling the police that Vince McMahon fondled him, and he had a history of doing that. So, I mean, that kind of, when you call the police first, you're covered. The second guy's got to defend everything. And to me, I thought that part was amazing. He knew, covered that's good there. And I think after that, pretty much that was just in Nailz. He wasn't there no more. We didn't hear no lawsuits, didn't hear no money exchanges. Kevin was just gone. And that was how that ended. But y'all heard about that.
Yeah, he might have been better off to listen to you, obviously. You know what? And it sounds like it was premeditated because he said, don't worry, I've already thought about all of this stuff. So that's very interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, we didn't know that.
To come out and call the police with that story already ready. Yeah. He fondled me. Yeah. And if they are known for that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was predetermined, pre-planned, premeditated. But
interesting. Marty.